Hello GCC Chem 107 students. Welcome to your first video. We are going to talk about the first part of chapter 1. And chapter 1 is about air and the different gases in our air, especially pollution in our air. We're also going to have quite a bit of chemistry in this chapter, more than in most chapters, so get ready for that. Earth. We only have one Earth. We have very fragile ecosystems. We have over 1.5 million diverse species. Our Earth is surrounded by a very thin layer of atmosphere that we need to be careful with. Humans are now intelligent enough that we're aware of our effects on Earth. This means we need to be good stewards of planet Earth. Chem 107 is going to teach you all about how we affect our planet, steps we need to take to keep our planet safe, and how to be a good steward of planet Earth. Sustainability. This means we meet our own needs without compromising the needs of the future generations. In other words, we want to have the same resources available for our children and grandchildren. We shouldn't use them all up right now. That's not being sustainable. So the road to better health, better materials and products, and better energy to run our country goes through chemistry, says the ACS president. If everyone on planet Earth lived like a United States citizen, we'd actually need 6 planets. In other words, United States citizens use more than their fair share of the resources of our planet. It's not sustainable. In each chapter, there's 10 of them, we're going to examine a topic that affects our health and our planet's health and the environment of our planet. And then we'll talk a little bit about chemistry. And then we'll wrap up that topic and how we need to change and move forward. By the end of the course, you'll know how to be more sustainable and responsible for planet Earth. Your first activity for a grade is to find a sustainable item. I want you to send me a picture in Canvas. I have a place for you to upload a picture as a PDF file and a description of the item made out of recycled materials, such as this purse made of soda can tabs. So it recycled all those aluminum tabs from soda cans and made it into a purse. I actually have one of these. Now, don't send me an item that is itself recyclable, like an aluminum can or a water bottle. I want an item made out of aluminum cans or water bottles or paper or cardboard. Be creative. Find something fun. Find any item made from recyclable materials, thus it's sustainable, and send it to me and tell me what it is. And there's a place for you to do this in Canvas. It's called Sustainable Item, I believe. So look for that in Canvas. All right, let's begin with chapter 1. The air we breathe. Air is a mixture of hundreds of gases. About 78% of air is nitrogen gas, not oxygen. A lot of people think the main gas in our air is oxygen, which we inhale and it goes through our body, but that's not true. Most of air is nitrogen. And we inhale and exhale nitrogen. It doesn't do anything in our body. It doesn't react. It's called inert. That's a vocabulary word for you. Inert, meaning it does not react. So we inhale and exhale nitrogen gas all day long and it does nothing. Now, 21% of air is oxygen. Oxygen does react in our body. It combines with hemoglobin and it transports it around to our different organs and tissues. And then it comes back as CO2 and we exhale the CO2. Well, that only leaves 1% of the air for all the other gases, like the noble gases, which is the last column in the periodic table of gases, hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. So most of air is nitrogen with some oxygen and then a little bit of everything else. Our air, however, is heavily polluted, which is not a good thing. Here's something really important for chapter 1. You should remember these 6 main pollutants. Maybe make flashcards so you remember them. The first one is CO, carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide comes from coal power plants and cars. It causes headaches, confusion, dizziness, and nausea. Now, a long time ago, when cars put out even more carbon monoxide than they do now, people used to commit suicide with carbon monoxide in their garages. They would close the garage, turn on the car, and let it run and just lay in the car. Eventually, so much carbon monoxide built up in the closed garage that it would cause the person to pass out and die. So now we don't have so much carbon monoxide coming out of our cars because of catalytic converters, but it's still dangerous. So carbon monoxide is definitely a main pollutant. Number 2, ozone, which is O3. O2 is oxygen, O3 is ozone. Ozone comes from cars in sunny places. It causes chest pain, coughing, reduces your lung function, and may cause lung scar tissue. Where's a sunny place that has lots of cars? Yeah, right here in Phoenix, right? So we do have an ozone problem. And you will see ozone warnings on the signs on the highway and in emails sometimes if you work in a government establishment. So ozone needs a sunny place and lots of cars. The worst place for ozone is actually Mexico City. Lots of sun and lots of cars there. So they have a big time ozone problem, similar to what Phoenix has. Number 3, NO2, nitrogen dioxide. Di means 2. Nitrogen dioxide, NO2. Comes from coal power plants and cars. It aggravates asthma, causes difficulty in breathing, causes acid rain, decreases your lung capacity. It's a brown gas. Remember that. When you're looking at Los Angeles and you see a brown color in the sky, it's from NO2, the brown gas. Number 4, SO2, sulfur dioxide, comes from coal power plants. It also damages lungs, makes breathing difficult, causes asthma, and causes acid rain. We're going to talk about acid rain in a later chapter. PM. Now, PM are not elements from the periodic table the way nitrogen, carbon, and oxygen are. PM stands for particulate matter, which means little particles in the air. So little particles in the air, we call them smog, fog, dust, smoke, soot. Particulate matter can increase your risk for a heart attack and damage your lungs. We also get warnings about particulate matter here at GCC in our emails. So ozone and particulate matter are often posted in government emails if you work for the government. And the last one is lead. Lead, unlike all the others, is not a gas. Lead is a solid. Lead comes from planes and metal processing. Lead exposure can cause lowering of your IQ. High blood pressure and heart disease. Thanks to laws, it has been lowered by about 98% between 1980 and 2014. Some people think maybe even Alzheimer's comes from lead exposure for those people back before 1980. We don't know that for sure. It's just a theory. We don't have any proof yet. It's just a theory. Lead has been found in Michigan's water in the city of Flint, and everyone there is very concerned about their kids because lead exposure in kids lowers your IQ, and they want to make sure their students keep up in school and learn and have potential for life. So we're very concerned about lead poisoning. Anyway, those are our 6 main pollutants. So you need to make a sheet and write these down and practice remembering them, or flashcards or something like that. And I think we'll stop our first video here. That's enough information for you. Catch you in the next video. Bye, Chem 107 students.